Hello, good evening. I'm a few minutes late. I am a few minutes late. I hope you guys are here. Just making sure I've switched off everything. I'll give it a few minutes. Hopefully someone will see me. Hi, say hello. Where you are, how you are, that you can hear me, that you can see me. So sorry that I'm a few minutes late. I thought I had so much time. I kept saying to my husband, what's the time? I was in the shower, I was washing my hair. I thought, oh, I'm going to diffuse it and come out here with like diffused hair. And no, it's like 4 minutes to go. Ran out the shower. Hi, Helen. Hi. And just jumped on. So tell me how you are. Everyone that's here, say hello. I'm excited to hear. Hi, Jill. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Pooja. Did you get my email? Let me know if you got my email. I sent you one, I think yesterday and today. So just let me know that you got that, please. Oh, hi, Zoe. I am so excited to talk to you guys tonight. I have some good questions that I want us to brainstorm together. And I want to tell you a little story as well. You know, I love stories. My hair's like dripping, dripping. I've never had such wet hair on a live before. Hey, Claire. Okay, Pooja, great. Thank you. Let me know how you guys are, what you've been up to, how you're feeling. Are you still sans sugar, so still no sugar? How the veggies are going. Let's have a quick recap. Are you breathing? Let me know. Let me know. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Celia. Let me know how you guys are doing, what you've been up to. I had a great day today. I went with Isabella. We took Isabella to ballet this morning, and then my husband was home with us today. And then we went to the park, and they had this glorious nap, the two of them. Like this full-on glorious nap. And it's always when I can't nap that Isabella has the nap of her life. So they had a great nap while I carried on writing up some client programs. And now I'm here with you. It's all been good. Hi, Rianne. Lovely to see you all. So tell me what you've been up to. Give me some things. Tell me what you've been up to. Hey, Hallie. Katie. Doing well, still no sugar and no caffeine. Whoop, whoop. Fantastic. I'm so pleased to hear that. Pooja, my body wants sugar after I eat lunch. Anyway, to get around this, make sure you have enough protein with your lunch, that you've got enough of the complex carbs, and that there's enough fat. So just look at the ratio that you have on your plate. So that could, well, that's the thing that I find the most with the majority of my clients, is that they need to just change the ratios for their lunch, and also a cup of pucker cinnamon and licorice tea could just hit that spot. I've suddenly developed like this a bit of a sore throat and a bit of a cough, and I don't make a very good ill person, so I've been complaining the whole time. Claire, lots of breathing, no caffeine, masses of veg, no alcohol, but I ate a biscuit. It's okay, it's just a biscuit. How did you find the biscuit? Was it really sweet? Joyce, no sugar or caffeine, but I need to breathe more. Yes, please breathe more. Hey, Angela. Good, I'm glad you found us. Honey says, steaming some vegetables for my lunch. Where are you based? Where are you? Celia succumbed to dark chocolate today, but didn't eat the whole bar. Lots of fats, protein, no caffeine, and no 3 p.m. slump. What's that? Is that high 10? What do you call that? Give me those. That's great that the slump's going away. Fantastic. Because one of the things that I wanted to discuss with you today was that thread, that question that I put up that said, what time of the day, like, are you the most tired? And so many replied, it's that 3-4 p.m. slump. It's that time where you're at work and your keyboard looks like a pillow and you just want to have a nap. And so many of us go through that. And so what we're really trying to achieve by bringing in this veg, by by reducing the caffeine and reducing the sugar is that we start balancing the blood sugar levels and that we don't have that slump anymore. So that's a really good sign. Okay, I think I'm going to get into it soon, Claire. Yes, super sweet. Day 3 slump of cycle. Okay, so you're on day 3 now. So are we celebrating another period? I love that we had Georgia's period party today. Hey, Laura. Clotilde, hello. Debbie, thinking my morning caffeine is keeping me regular, but otherwise caffeine free. Okay, still working out the sugar, but as away next week, we'll do more when I get back. I don't want to be restricted whilst away. Okay, great. So if you're using caffeine to poop, we need to change that. It's not a poop machine. We need to have that poop chute doing its business without the need of caffeine. So I'd really encourage you to stop using that as almost like a laxative, and to try maybe some linseeds in water. So you can add a tablespoon of linseed to water, let that stand, and then drink that 5 minutes after, and then follow with another glass of water. You need to drink enough water. That could help. You could do that in the evening and see if that helps with your morning movements. Let us know your movements. We need to know. But yeah, and I keep saying this, if you're using caffeine for energy, if you're using caffeine for as a laxative because it helps you go, or if you're using caffeine because you're emotionally attached to it, then we need to readdress what that caffeine is doing and is it serving you. So what's your why? There's one question. Why do you do it? So that's what I wanted to discuss this evening. What is your why? Katie said some Cavolo Nero for the first time today. Love it. Isabella, my little one, is crazy about it. I basically take a whole pack of that and cook it for her with whatever she's having, and then she just eats it. She loves it. I used your spring greens marinade recipe with fish pie. Fantastic. Do you know how happy it makes me when you ladies use my recipes? This happy, extremely happy. Half plate veg, broccoli and beans and Cavolo Nero. I'm so pleased. Hey, Emily. Good to see you, love. Okay. I wanted to discuss what's your why. And I wanted to discuss this because my why has changed drastically over the years. So let's see if we can kick this off. So my why initially, so now we're going back possibly 15 plus years ago. My why was I will exercise because I don't like the way I look. I don't like my body, so why am I exercising? It's because I don't like what I see, so I need to change that. So I'll kill it in the gym. Who can relate? Who can relate to that? And I think that, so let's see, who can relate to that? So that was what I was doing. I'm going to get to your questions in a sec. So let's just do the what is your why. So can anyone relate to killing it in the gym because you are not happy with the way you look, as opposed to what my why is now is I exercise because I love my body. I exercise because I want to be healthy, as opposed to, yeah, I look in the mirror, I feel like I look like crap, and that's why I'm exercising. Who can relate to that? Joyce, completely relate. Pooja, very true. Celia, me. Hallie, me too. This is very common. We are not alone. We're also conditioned with, if you want to lose weight or anything like that, you've got to kill it in the gym. You've got to be there all the time. But what research is showing us is that by going to the gym and doing all these crazy hours and doing so much cardio, it's actually having a negative effect on our hormonal health. So that was one of my whys. Leslie, she can relate as well. Helen and me. So welcome, Leslie. Debbie, yes, always see my baby belly. I tell you what, even when I was at my very, very, very unhealthy, slimmest weight, I still had that belly, and then that's what I used to see as well, and I just wanted to get back in the gym. Another thing, Angela says, yes. Okay, so I'm definitely not alone, and as you can see, neither are you. My why used to be, I will not eat something because I want to lose weight. That was my why. It was I will restrict, I won't eat because I want to lose weight. Who can relate to that? Anybody? Claire says, yes, working myself crazy, doing exercise I didn't really like. Now it's walking, yoga, Pilates, sometimes HIIT and weights if I feel in the mood. Great, that's a good exercise to do. So that's a good, what's the word you use when it's a variety? That's the word. Goodness, yep, says Joyce, yep. Now my why is I want to nourish my body with the right foods, the most nutritious foods, because I want to help my body be the best that it can be. I want my hormones to function optimally. I want to have energy. I want to poop every day without having to take a laxative because I abused laxatives for years. I want to just feel great. So that's my why now. But my why before was I'll look at the food and I'm like, I'm not going to eat you because I want to look a different way. Angela, I can relate doing it for my health now and the future. Yes, exactly. It's for, and I often say this to my clients, which, I mean, some are quite taken aback by it, but I often say, you know, we need to decide how we want to spend our retirement. Do you want to spend your retirement like on a cruise ship with loads of energy, or do you want to spend your retirement ill? And of course, I'm just, like some of us have serious conditions that we are ill and all of that, but I'm just using this as an example. So please don't take any offense to it, but what I mean is like, what can we do now that we ensure in our old age, in our years where we can't just like be, as they show us on the movies, just on a cruise ship having a great time. What do we need to do now to ensure that we get there and feel like that? That is what I'm asking. Jill says, absolutely. Claire, yes, I can relate. Hey, Claire. Kirsty says, oh, yes, I feel rubbish for eating again and then eat too much. Absolutely. Jill, losing weight has been my whole life. Magda's, yes. I totally get that. So, you know, for those that do know how I got to where I am now, it's not one of being this like super healthy, balanced person my whole life, you know, just going through life all perfect. No, it was self-sabotage. It was self-discovery. It was self-loathing. And then it was literally learning to love myself again. I remember I went to a doctor. It was in this little town where I grew up called Hermanus, just outside Cape Town. And before I even got home, he had phoned my mother, and like, I know doctor confidentiality did not work there. And he was just like, your daughter's anorexic, she's killing herself. You need to step in and like take some action. Well, I'm about to get really emotional now. Of course, I didn't see it then because he said to me, I want you to say the words, I love you, Angelique. And I was just like they couldn't come out. Do you know why? Because I didn't. My why was, why do I have to say that? My body's terrible. My hormones, like I don't have a period. I've got pimples. My hair's falling out. I can't sleep. So why would I love myself? Does that resonate with anyone? Joyce, trying but feeling sluggish, fat today, even though I'm eating more variety but healthily. Okay, so again, my why was looking in the mirror and really beating myself up. That's how I'm going to get results for myself. My why was, I'm going to tell myself that I'm fat. I'm going to tell myself that I'm ugly. I'm going to tell myself that I can never do it. That was my why. So with what you've said there, Joyce, our language, the way we speak to ourselves is really important. And for me, fat should only be used when we're talking about the good fats that we eat. Like it should not be used to describe our body size, because that has such a negative conversation and connotation. So your why, so we need to change that. So what is your why around that? Does that resonate? It's difficult because we've been speaking to ourselves in the same way for so long. I mean, I've been there. Okay, Debbie says the foods I'm eating are also anti-inflammatory, which is helping my awful joint pain that menopause bring. And I don't want to be old before my time. Yes, so when we're talking about anti-inflammatory foods, we're not talking about that whole pH of the blood story. We're talking about having foods that naturally reduce the inflammatory cytokines so that when they get broken down in the body, they actually reduce the inflammation that they can cause in the body. So that's what we mean by anti-inflammatory foods. So your good fats are really good anti-inflammatory foods. Emily said, I've always loved the feeling of fueling my body with healthy foods, but in my 20s, I definitely counted restricted calories and used to kid myself that it was okay because the little I was eating was good for me. Yes, so now that's referred to more as like, so when you only eat what you think is healthy, and then your food choices become less and less and less and less, you know, now we're referring that to more as like an orthorexic tendency or a disordered eating pattern. So that's what happened with me. Mine went from going from orthorexia into veganism, a really unhealthy vegan, into anorexia, then into bulimia, and then obsessive compulsive overeating or binge eating disorders. So I did the full spectrum of that, and that really messes with our hormones. That calorie restriction, you know, that whole paradigm of calories in, calories out, it's very outdated, and that's not the full story. And I'd say that I can't think off the top of my head the exact percentage, and I'm going to work it out though, of the ladies and the men that walk through my clinic door just by removing a few foods where they see this a massive weight drop, if they're there for weight loss. It's very few. The majority, we need to work on so much more. So I just want to see any more comments. Leslie, yes, I've been there on the bad days, but fat is a word I won't use today. Good. And you know, I'm just like, I just want to stop the cycle with me and my sister with her little one, because I saw what my whys did for my baby sister. So she's 15 years younger than me. She's like my absolute life, and I influenced her relationship with her body and her relationship with food. And you know, that's something that I carry around with me always because I can see it in her, and we've made a decision together that it's stopping with us. Our little girls are not going to go through this as much as we can avoid it from happening. And it's so easy to use these words. So if one of us is like saying something, I mean, I can slip into old patterns. If I'm talking about, oh, I need to go to the gym because look at the size of my stomach, then my sister will stop me and she's just like, that's not how we speak anymore. And so it's really like learning again a whole new language, because we're so used to sorry, we're so used to the way we used to speak. So that was my why back then. My why was, I am freaking exhausted, so I'm going to drink some coffee to keep me going. I'm sure some of us can relate to that. Debbie said it's all part of a very important self-care that I've introduced into my life. I'm so pleased to hear that. Who can relate to, I don't have energy, so I'm going to drink coffee. That's my why. Fantastic. Celia said, I'm eating more the past week, but happy knowing it's all great for my body and minimum need to snack in between. Good. We snack too much. Let me tell you that when I first qualified, so this is over 9 years ago now, it was quite drummed into us that in order to balance blood sugar levels, we need to be eating every 2 to 3 hours. So that's what I did, and that's what I did with my first clients that I started seeing. And then, you know, then the research starts changing, and then we're actually finding out that if we keep eating every 2 to 3 hours, then we're actually not giving our digestion any break. And if we keep eating every 2 to 3 hours, then we may actually be doing the opposite of what we're trying to do. So there's a lot of research that actually is showing us that we need to have longer periods between meals so that our bodies can have a chance to digest, but that we can also be secreting our other digestive enzymes to be doing all the cleaning up work that we need within the body as well. So something to bear in mind about snacking. Leslie says, oh, Zoe says, such a good point if you have daughters. Absolutely. But boys as well. I think that we should be doing it for all our kids, because I see quite a few men as well with disordered eating. And, you know, for them, it takes them longer to actually open up with me because they haven't really spoken about it much before. So for all our kids, I think, for anyone that you're around, I'd say, Leslie says, yes, this is exactly, that's it, exactly. My girls will not grow up hearing this from me. Good. We'll talk about health, not diet. Fantastic. Claire says, yes, I've done that. I love coffee before last week. Yes, this is the thing, we become emotionally attached to coffee. We're using it as a laxative, we're using it for energy, and then take that away and suddenly we don't have energy, we're constipated, and then you're thinking, I just had one cup, but it's having this effect on our body. So then, is your why serving you? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Hallie says, I always ask why all this is happening to me when I see other people eat and drink without worries. Okay, I have been there as well. I especially was there when we were going through our fertility struggles and I was having the miscarriages. I was just like, why is everybody falling pregnant around me? I mean, I remember I was actually going through one of the miscarriages when I was on a call with the client, and I didn't want to disappoint her because she had just fallen pregnant, and I was doing a pregnancy plan for her, and the thing was that they weren't even trying for a baby, and there we were 3 years in, or however long it had been, and I was just like, why is this happening? Why is it not happening to me? So I get what you're saying there. It's very normal to think that. Pooja says, I'm going to love my body again and change my mindset. Yes, change your why. Why are you eating this way? Why are you exercising like that? Why are you not prioritizing your sleep? That is another why. So I'm just going to go back to my story. So I was literally just going through this eating disorder cycle. It was horrible. I couldn't sleep. So I was an insomniac. Then all day I drank coffee to keep me awake, and sugar. I was yo-yoing in weight, up and down, up and down. I can just feel it. Like, as I'm saying that, I can feel how I felt at that stage. My hair had fallen out. I just, I couldn't string a sentence together because by then my thyroid was affected. My adrenals were struggling. I didn't understand what was going on. I was also drinking like a fish. Let me tell you, I used to be able to put away a drink. And I got to the point where I realized that all my whys, why I was doing everything, was no longer serving me, and that I was not going to feel like that anymore. And if I could help it, never again. So my why changed. My why changed basically overnight, and then things started changing for me. And how did they change? I found myself in a nutritional therapist's room, because my friend had been, and she said, oh, this woman's amazing. She told me I'm intolerant to these foods, and so I've cut them out and the weight's dropped off. And so I went, ping! Is that what antennas do? Is that like an antenna? Anyway, so I was like, I can go and see her to lose weight. So my why hadn't really changed. My initial reason for going in there, what I thought at first was, I don't want to feel like this anymore. But then when immediately I heard the weight loss factor, I was like, I'm going there. Anyway, I did go and see her. I did not do any food testing with her. I did other work, and the weight started coming off. I started feeling more balanced. And 4 months later, I was enrolled to study nutritional therapy. So that's how I got into it, because I wanted to do what she did, and I wanted to make people feel better. So my why then changed a bit as well. Oh, my sister's joined. Hi, darling. I was talking about you, you and me, and our eating habits, and how we're changing the way we speak to you in front of our daughters. So as you know, nothing's sacred in our house, love. I share everything. So I changed my why because I started feeling better. So I started studying, and then I remember I told my parents I'm going to study, and then my mum said, and my dad said, from a young age, you always said, I'm going to help heal people. And I'd completely forgotten about that, because that's what I felt like. I wanted to help people heal. Okay, so my why changed. I started feeling better, and then I decided I wanted to help others, so I joined this course. But I also thought, if I can fix myself, then I can help others as well. So it wasn't completely selfless. Before you think I've got like this massive halo above my head, it wasn't completely a selfless thought. So can you see how my why changed? Suddenly I wasn't excessively exercising. Suddenly I wasn't eating because I didn't want to put on weight. I was starting to nourish my body. Is this resonating with you at all? So I love the course, and then it just snowballed from there. Everything that changed. I opened my clinic when I qualified. Hi Janine, my love. I opened my clinic when I qualified, and from there I started doing some work in TV. So I did Sugar Free Farm, and by that stage I was so like I wanted to stand on the street corner and shout with a megaphone saying about how we should reduce sugar so that we can feel better. And so that's how I got into Sugar Free Farm. My why kept changing, and that's okay. It's okay to allow your why to change is basically what I'm trying to tell you with this whole story. Does this resonate? Claire says, I think many counselors find their calling this way too. I always say the best of the counselors and the therapists are the ones that have walked that walk as well, because you really come from a place of knowing and feeling, and you want to just change how that person feels because you can relate to it so much. So I ask you again, like, is your why, your current whys, are they serving you? We, after the TV show, actually, then came the opportunity to write the book. And I was so excited to write this book. And I thought, this is amazing. I'm going to be able to reach so many more people because there's only one of me in clinic. There's only one of me. And so I can only reach X amount of people. There's a cap on that. So when the book opportunity came, I thought this is amazing, which it has been. And it was incredible. So again, my why changed from I just want to work one-to-one in clinic and just help as many people that way. It became like, I'm going to take this global and I'm going to help as many people as possible. Hey, Claire. Claire Bellini says, I love hearing your story. I'm starting the course at ION this Friday. Fantastic. Good. You've got to keep in touch and let me know how it's going. So we imagine Angelique with a megaphone. I'm not even joking. I have a little cartoon that's been made of me with a megaphone on a soapbox, which I often post with my little rants. So it could happen. It could very well happen. But my why has always changed. It changed from I was doing things that were harming my body without realizing. I was trying to what I thought to get the ideal what I should look like. And in doing that, I completely messed up my hormones. And then my why changed to, okay, I need to fix myself so I can help others. And then it changed to, I need to help more with the book. So can you see how everything's changing? And I still drank coffee. I think I only stopped drinking coffee for myself about 5 years ago because I used to use it because it helped me poo. It was, it wasn't just about the flavor. I mean, I still like the smell of coffee, but man, it makes me jittery. And can you imagine me a little bit more excited? It's not great. So, but the why keeps changing. I remember another why. Sorry, guys. Lucy B. Jar again. Coconut oil jar. Doesn't taste of coconut oil. My why was, oh, I need to have my period because I just want to stop feeling so horrible. That why changed to, I need to sort out my period because it's important as a woman to have functioning cycles and, all these different hormones. It's not just a hormone to get you to bleed or a hormone just to have the ovulation. They have other functions in the body as well. So my why changed there as well. So then it wasn't just, oh, I need to take the pill to fix my hormones. It was, what can I do to fix the whole body to have these hormones? Is this resonating? I'm just going to go down a little bit. Oh, where's the thing to go back up? Hang on a sec. I want to see what you've said. Harriet, I think I first found you through watching Sugar Free Farm. Ah, fantastic. It was so great to chat to you today. And why is definitely now to be more healthy and get my hormones balanced. Don't want to rely on sugars and other things to keep me going. Yes. Claire, there's so much misinformation out there about health. It can be confusing to know what's good and what's not. Absolutely. It's a minefield. It's a minefield, and it keeps changing. And I honestly say that you need to ensure that you are following someone that has the qualifications, because with the way that social media is going now, there are many influencers and many people who claim to title. Is that a word? Can it be a word tonight? In like these health gurus and whatever else not that they want to call themselves. But we need to make sure that you are listening to people with good, solid training and that have the clinical experience as well. Because when you come out of studies, you know a lot. You know a lot about a lot of things. And when you start practicing and when you start working with people, then that changes, because then you start really drilling down into specialist areas and you really dive deep into that literature. So, but I get that. It's really confusing. It's really confusing. And research is changing all the time. Leslie says, I want to feel some control over my hormones and to improve my health overall. Yes, that's what I want to hear. It's the overall health. Where before we might say, oh, okay, I need to do that to drop a few pounds, if that's what you want to do. Or I need to do that because, I need to do that because I've been told it's good for me. That was another why that I did. Why are you having that? I've been told it's good for me, was another one. But in order to have these balanced hormones, it doesn't just stop there. If you watched my interview that I did with Lauren, it wasn't just we were focusing on balancing her hormones, but everything that she experienced post that was hair growth again. It was migraines disappearing. You know, her skin, her energy, her digestion, all of those things, the night sweat stopped. All of those things happened because her why changed when she came to see me. And she was doing things to create a whole body change and to feel better. Okay, I feel like someone else has said something and now, oh, it's telling me to insert an emoji. Even though I love a good emoji, now's not the time. Debbie says, I deleted 5 Facebook apps. I deleted 5 Facebook apps today where I've sought menopause advice. So many of them suggest supplements and really talk about food. You're the first one that has actually helped me. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. I'm so happy to hear that. That is wonderful. Let me get all emotional. I'm so pleased to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm so pleased that it's helped. Because that's my why. My why post the book was, how do I reach more women? Because as I said, I've carried around books and hope that through osmosis this information gets into my head and suddenly everything's going to be okay. So my why changed, like, how can I be more accessible? How can I help people more? And that's when the challenge was born as well. So again, there was a new why. There was a new why changing there. And that's why the sugar, keep saying sugar now because I've got sugar on the brain, the Hormone Balance School is starting as well, because my why is, I know the power of this work. This method works. I know it. I've walked the walk. I have 9 years of clinical experience. I wrote the book. You know, I know that this works, and that's why I want to do the Hormone Balance School. So that why is that I want to take ladies by the hand and do these live sessions with them. So it's having me present with them for 8 weeks during live sessions and in our Facebook group. My why is because I want people to feel like you feel, Debbie. I want them to feel that it's helped, that they've changed, that there's been a change. And you know what? If we look through the threads, this is 1 week where things have shifted for so many people. 1 week. So imagine what we can do in 8 weeks. Imagine. Erica said, before it was just about being healthy and help my period be normal. Now I understand that I need to balance my hormones through healthy eating to have a good period. Yes, yes. Claire says, my why is I want to be the best for me for the rest of my life. Fantastic. I love that. Helen says, to stop going from one physical or emotional extreme to another. Totally. Claire, basically, I want my mojo back. Yes. I've not felt myself for years. I want to feel healthy again. It's really hitting home now. I'm heading towards later life. I tell you what, things changed for me when I turned 40. I was just like, I'm not sure how old you are, Claire, but I was just like, whoop, things have changed in my body. You know, this is it. I was like, oh no, I've reached that, like, is that the halfway point? I don't want to be there. I'm still like 28 in my head, possibly a bit younger sometimes. But now we have to, you know, it's never too late to start. Now we have to look after the us of today for the us of tomorrow. I'll give you a second to think about that. I hope I said that right. Emma said, my why is to be present and energetic with my lovely kids. Yes. Do you know that there was some times where, especially postnatally, where I would be sitting with Isabella, like in the earlier, and I'd literally, actually it wasn't the earlier days, I think she was about 6-7 months. I was already supposed to be starting with book 2, which is in the making, by the way, and I just couldn't. I couldn't because I was too tired. I was too tired, and then the why of me before would just plow through that. Then your why changes. Your why changes as to why and how you're going to be in years to come. Emily says, my why, oh no, I've just moved it. My why is to be the healthiest self inside and out for me and my girls. Yes. Because you know what, if I ask you, actually I might ask you this, and I do want to talk about supplements as well, by the way. We're running out of days here. We're running out of days, but I wanted to do a whole session on supplements. I think it'd be really helpful. And in the Hormone Balance School, we're doing a whole module on supplements as well, supplements and testing. But if we, oh, I've just completely lost my, oh, that's what I wanted to ask. Let me know, in order of priority, what are the most important things for you? And there's no right or wrong answer. It could be wealth, it could be your family, it could be good food, anything like that. Tell me what. Tell me your top 3, please. Oh, Claire and Claire, I wish you could be part of it too. Oh, you know what? I understand it's a massive investment. I get it. 100%. Like I'm not living in any kind of dream world or anything like that. I understand it's an investment, but it's going to be a damn good one. I assure you, it's going to be a fantastic investment. And I was really hoping that by having the price as a payment plan, that it would work for more people who really need it. So I get it though, and I'm just sending so much love, and I'm hoping there'll be a next time and that you'll be able to come on. I will just say though that this is the beta group, so the price won't be the same next time. But I just hope for those that can now that you'll just come in and enjoy it. If anyone's still thinking about it and they're on the fence and they want to jump on a call with me, please do. And if I do run it again, of course, you're going to be the first to hear about it as well. But I remember someone said to me, like, what is the benefit of joining the school? And for me, the benefit is, this kind of sounds, I hope this doesn't sound vain, but the benefit is that you get me. You get me for 8 weeks. You get me for live sessions every week for 8 weeks. Plus you get me in what I'm calling the school grounds, which is our private Facebook group, to ask questions. Me and my team, we are there every day. We're going to hang out. So, and then after Christmas, you get me again for another week when we do our bonus module. Plus, you also get the added bonuses of me interviewing some really top industry experts, people that I've handpicked as well, on anxiety, on pelvic pain, on stress, and a PT as well, looking at, are you actually exercising too much for your hormones or weight loss? So you know, it's gonna be amazing. So I know, I understand it's an investment. Please don't think that I don't, or please don't think anything like that. And you didn't know that this offer was going to be put in front of you. You didn't know that you needed it. You didn't know that it was coming. So I do get it. But if there's anyone that wants to chat about whether it's the right fit for you, please let me know. Claire, 55, so still young. Claire, I'm 25 in my head. Okay, so it's not only me that's still in my 20s. Christy says, my why is I deserve to be nourished through good food and good self-care. It's not just a treat. It's not just a treat. Yes, you do deserve to be nourished, and food is not a treat. Absolutely. Okay, so Emily says, my children. Claire says, happiness, health, family. Leslie says, energy, fresh air, happiness. Oh, that's Leslie Smart. Leslie Garden says, family, health, and happiness. Helen, my son, my health, happiness. Jill, my family, my health, contentment, and happiness. Claire, family, health, and happiness. Joyce, Celia, my health, love, friends. Claire, family, health, happiness. Emily, my three are my children, emotional health, physical health. Okay, so those are all fantastic goals and fantastic priorities to have. Emily, I'm still 25 in my head. Okay, so we're all in our 20s. We need to go clubbing. In all honesty, I really feel that your number one priority needs to be you and your health. It needs to be you and your health, because if you do not have that, if you do not have your health, then you cannot be everything to everyone else. Does that resonate? So I remember the first time that I had done this little exercise. For me, it was family first as well. Without your health, then you need to have your health first, because without your health, we don't have anything. Without our health, we don't have anything. So health has to be your number one priority, and that is not selfish. That doesn't mean you love your family less. That means you love them more, because you love yourself first. First, your health, so that you can look after everyone, because as women, we're forever looking after everyone. So does that resonate? Pooja, health, love, and live happy and free. Yes, good. Health first. Very true, says, oh my God, yes, says Claire, because this is very true. We need to have our health, Emma, that makes complete sense. So we have to prioritize ourselves. And I want you just to sit with that for a few seconds and just think, how does it feel to put yourself right at the top of the list? Oh, have you ever been there before? Have you ever been at the top of the list? How does it feel? Let me know. Sit with it for a few seconds. How does it feel to put yourself at the top of the list? I want to know. Leslie, so true. Oh, sorry, just skipped up again. Clotilde says, so agree. My back was so bad this summer, I could not be present with my son, family, or work, or anything ready. Self-care comes first. Oh, sorry, darling, is it okay now? Exactly. Emma says, we are the mothership. Yes, we are the mothership, the sisterhood in the mothership. We need to take care of everyone else. Oh. Facebook's being a bit buggy today. Joyce, guilty. Jill, selfish. Kirsty, slightly scary. Nothing to hide behind. Yes. Leslie Garden, not at the top of the list for such a long time. Emily, absolutely. My health is priority. That's why I'm so frustrated that it's all out of whack. Claire, not been at the top of the list for years. Emma, selfish, guilty, never done that before. Debbie, that's so true. If I'm not happy, then my family's not happy. The emotional cost is dear. Self-care is key. I love the mothership. Me too. I love that. Can we get like a little image of that? Can someone please post an image of the mothership on our group so that we can all just be like, yeah, we are the mothership. I love that. Okay. Why? Oh, good. I'm glad your back's better, love. Why are you feeling guilty and selfish? I get it though. I get it though. We have to breathe into that feeling. We have to acknowledge it, because you know what? Your brain is always been engaged this way, and it's what it knows, and it's just keeping you keeping you safe in that way. This is something that I heard from Jody Shield. I absolutely love her teachings, and she's just all about, like, the brain tries to keep you really safe, and if you take it out of its comfort zone, it doesn't know if you're being okay, so it starts speaking and putting these like anxiety and fear. So we've just got to acknowledge that. Yes, okay, I feel guilty, but you know what? Without my health and without me first, then everyone else is going to suffer. Because the thing is, without health or with hormone imbalances, it's not just you that goes through them. If you itchy, scratchy, bitchy, all the rest, if you irritable, angry, if you are tearful, if you don't have any energy, it's not just you that has to deal with that. It's your family as well. So with that in mind, I want you to have, Claire says, my husband says, if mamas ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Her husband says that. I love that. Claire King says, I had a wake-up call. Oh no, why did that move again? Damn. And now I can't read your message. Can you repost it, please? I don't know why I can't scroll up. I can only scroll down. Repost that, please. Selfish and guilty, definite work in progress. Yes. We got so many Claires in the house tonight. Whoop. Claire Bellini says, I lay on my bed for half an hour today meditating and breathing, and it was wonderful. No mid-afternoon slump. You didn't have a slump? Slump. I might do it tomorrow too. Yes, do it. Do it. That's amazing. Celia says, I forget to put myself first. So easily done. So easily done to forget to put ourselves first. Okay, so even though the challenge is officially, we're in like a limbo session at the moment. I think I'm just going to call these bonus live trainings. Can we call them that? I've made a little unit for that, because I feel like this is powerful. I'm going to challenge you. There's no homework sheet, because this is just happening right now. I mean, we've completely gone in a different direction to what I'd started with. So that why of feeling guilty, I'm going to bring it back to the theme of what's your why. That why of feeling guilty, I want you to like acknowledge it, say, yes, I understand, but I'm not going to feel guilty. And for the next rest of your life, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to challenge you to start putting yourself first. Because your why for that is, I need to be the healthiest. I need these balanced hormones. I need to invest in my own health. And that investment is time. That investment is energy. That investment is planning. And that investment is cost. I need to invest in myself, whatever that looks like, to be able to be the best that I can be for everyone else. Who is with me? Who is with me? I want to know. Claire said, I had a wake-up call last Christmas and decided to make this year a year for looking after me. It's been tough at times, but I'm a work in progress. Yes, good. I'm sorry you've been through that, but I'm glad that you are putting yourself first. I'm glad that you are. All the 40-something Claires from the late 1970s. I'm in there as well. I'm a 78. Emily, we are so fortunate that you are continuing to give us your time like this. Thank you. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Claire's giving me high tens. Celia, yay with you. Angelique, good. I want to know if you ladies are in. Yes, sick of feeling unwell. Claire's giving us high five. Claire Hallett is in. Are we all in? There's more of us on the call. I want to know, are we all in? Are we going to prioritize ourselves? Are we going to start investing in our own health? Are we going to start putting ourselves first? Are we all in? I'm going to keep saying it until more ladies are in. Are we here? Are we all on the mothership? Debbie, in both feet in. Yes. Leslie Garden, I'm in. Claire Bellini, I'm with you. Hadn't realized what a wreck I was. Need to keep working on my hormones and reduce stress. Perfect. You're not a wreck. You're perfect the way you are. We just want to make you the best version of yourself. help you to become the best version of yourself. We don't want to change you in any way. You're not a wreck. Erica says, my teacher break is over, but I'm in. You still put yourself first. I work with so many teachers in my clinic, and every one of them has gut issues. So you need to definitely work on de-stressing if you teach. Joyce is in. Claire Stevens, I'm in. Emily, I'm in. Claire, in. Christy, in. Jill, in. Tanya, in. Emma, yes, I'm in. Darling husband will need to start looking after the kittywinks more. My husband has been an absolute, just a shout out to him. A quick shout out to him. Husband, I'm giving you a shout out. He said, thank you. He's been an absolute dream. He's helped me so much with getting the challenge together. He's looked after Isabella, or taken some time off work last week to help with her, and today he was here, so a big shout out to him. Claire's in. Claire's in. Helen is in. Well, it keeps freezing on me. I hope you guys can hear still. Lara's in. Rianne's in. Debbie, I'm so grateful I found you. I feel like I've been doing the hokey cokey and putting the wrong feet in. We need to get you doing the Viennese waltz. The Viennese waltz. Beautiful, stepping in time, gracefully just gliding through. Gracefully gliding through. I love that. I was really hoping they wouldn't take that out of the book, doing the hokey cokey. I thought it was the hokey pokey, and then apparently the hokey pokey is American and the hokey cokey is English, so that's how that got in. I'm so glad you read the book. Thank you. Okay, I feel like we all in. I feel like we all in. So I'm going to ask you one more time. What is your why? How can you change your why to make sure that you're on top of that list? Because why? Because if you are on top of the list and you are the best that you can be, then you are the best that you can be for everyone as well. So I'm going to leave you with that. Should we do a quick round of breathing? Would anyone like to do a little quick group breath session together? A little bit of 4-7. Let me know before I head off. If anyone would like to do a quick 4-7, let me know yes in the comments. Bye Claire, see you love. It is getting late again. This was just going to be a quick half an hour. Yes please, yes, good. Okay, I'm going to just jump in. Let's go. Let's do some 4-7. Let's ready while you're doing the 4-7 as you're breathing in. Remember, we are filling, really deep belly breathing, filling it in, and maybe as you're breathing in, I am on the top of my list. Breathing out the guilt. I am able to look after myself and still look after everyone else. Breathe out the guilt. I am ready to prioritize my own health and invest in myself. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just going to get comfortable. By the way, I am party at the bottom today. I don't know if you were on my other live when I said I'm business at the top and party at the bottom. Definitely partying at the bottom. Hi, Emily's little one. So excited. Good. Bye, Claire. Okay. Oh, Debbie, say hi to your daughter. Okay, let's do this so that everyone can go and have a good evening. Place one hand on the chest and one on the belly. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Notice which hand is rising more or first on the in-breath. If it's your top hand, really make a conscious effort to breathe deep into the belly. As you breathe in that you are worth it, that you can. As you breathe out all the guilt. Close your eyes if you prefer, and let's breathe. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in, 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In your own time, take a few deep breaths in and out and open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed that. I love it. I love it. I love the collective breathing that we do. This, ladies, is going to be epic. We're going to put ourselves first. We're in this together. We are the mothership. So I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for joining me and gifting me with your time and for being here and for being so open and honest. And I really wish you an amazing, 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 amazing evening. And here's to us putting ourselves first. Here's to us investing in our own health. Here's to us doing it so that we can look after and be the best for everyone else as well. Okay, I will see you. I will let you know. I've got something else planned for us for a live, so I will see you soon. Oh, Nicola, please watch the replay. This is a really important one that I think will resonate so well with you. Please, please watch the replay. Any questions, ladies, let me know. Any questions about anything. And if you want to have a chat about the Hormone Balance School, where we'll be doing a lot more of what we've been doing in this last week, please let me know. Sending you so much love. Bye. Thank you for being here.